Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be making a video. Well, first off, sorry for being gone for a week. I've been spend time with the Lord and just, enjoying life. So time just be flying. I can't believe it's already been a week. But yeah, so anyways, I'm back now. I'm gonna be making a video talking about how you need to stop running from Christ. You need to get your life together. You need to surrender your life to Him and surrender whatever sin you're holding on to Him. And you need to stop playing around with Satan, playing in devil land, alright? So, I wrote something in my notes, so I'm just read right quick. So, stop running from Christ. Nothing will fill the void in your heart and soul. I already tried that route. So, examples would be sex, fornication, right? Drugs, smoking marijuana, drinking, and the homosexual lifestyle, thinking I was bi, what else? Just doing whatever I wanted to do, all type of foolishness, right? Thinking that I knew best, just money, and thinking all these things would fill the void, thinking all these things would solve my unhappiness and my pain and my just emptiness, thinking that that would fix it when it literally only made it worse. And literally also like watching porn, masturbation, stuff like that. And I saw this one video. It was this little bird, and it had got basically high off of some whatever, and it went really really high up into the sky. And then as time went on, the high kept getting lower and lower and lower, but it kept wanting to do it. It kept being addicted to wanting to reach that high, but can never reach the same high that it did the first time. And it couldn't stop because it was addicted. And so eventually, towards the end of the video, it was looking really like just ran down, and just ran down, beat up. And then he went and got the whatever that was making him high. He's inhaled, and then he just was like high for like, woo, and then just went back down really fast. And that's how it does. It's like sin just takes you deeper, deeper, and deeper, and you're never satisfied. You never are content within. You might be happy for a little bit. Like for me, I'll be happy for a little bit with my weed or whatever. But then as years went by and I kept smoking, I had to keep smoking more and more because I wasn't reaching the high that I wanted. And also, I'm losing my train of thought. Also, I wanted to, that's what I say. I wanted to not have to be sober minded because I didn't want to be thinking about anything, because I was like, oh, the thoughts are coming. And then I was like, let me just smoke. And then I'll start getting lower, like sober, and I'll be like, oh, gotta go smoke some more. And then it just became bad habit. Well, it was always bad habit, but it became more of a bad habit because I kept wasting money and money, thousands of dollars on that stuff. And it's just a waste of time, right? And then this is the last thing I wrote for my notes. You need to surrender to Him so He can put your spirit on life support and begin to heal you. Your spirit has been yearning for Him and His presence for so long, but you tried filling the desire with material things, and lust can never be satisfied, which is why you only keep feeling worse mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. So, like I said on here, first thing, you need to surrender to Him because He needs to put your spirit on life support. So your spirit been yearning for Him, right? You've been running from Him for your whole life, and we are meant to be in the presence of God. Our spirit is meant to be in the presence of God, and our spirit is meant to just be around Him and feel His love and just be in the presence of our Creator and just spend time with Him, be in fellowship with Him and everything. And what happens is when you're in the world, you are literally fulfilling your flesh, trying to anyway, but your spirit is dead. Like your spirit man is dead, right? So when you get right with Christ, you literally have to be put on life support, right? And I saw a video about this last night on TikTok. And he was just talking about how you want to do all these things for Christ, and you wondering like, well, what should I do next? What do you want me to do? But it's like you just got here, and your spirit literally needs to be on life support because you've been running from Him for so long that like your spirit needs to be in ICU, and you need to let Him heal you. You need to let Him just shape you into who you were supposed to be and break off all these strongholds, break off all these bad habits, all this trauma, pain, rejection, and things like that. You need to let Him do that. And then once your spirit is where it should have been in the beginning, if you would have, got your life with Him, got your life right with Him when you were young, you would be fine. But since you've been running for so many years, decades maybe even, you have a lot of healing you need to do. Allow Him to do, right? So, yes. And, let's see, last thing on here. So, yeah, you're trying to fill the desire of your spirit's want and need for Christ. Trying to fill that with material things. And you're seeing a spiritual need as something that can be satisfied flesh wise. You're seeing your need for like Christ, and you're not seeing that that's what it is, but your need for Christ and His presence, His love, you're seeing it as if, oh, I just need to smoke more. Oh, I just need to get with another person in a relationship. I just need to sleep around more. I just need to make more money. And all that stuff is just trying to fulfill the flesh. And we are not this body. We are not this physical body, right? We are spirit inside of a body, and we have a soul. So your spirit is speaking through you, but you're interpreting it as your flesh is like wanting something. But you really just have to realize that your soul and your spirit need the Lord and need to be around Him and need to be in His presence and just, around Him. He'll satisfy you and just take care of all your needs, right? But yeah, last thing I said on here, that's why you keep feeling worse mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. So yeah, like for me, again, I'll just say my example. Why you keep feeling worse? Sorry, I keep looking out the window. I'm looking at somebody. Let's see. For me, I kept, smoking and fornicating and things of that nature. And all that stuff did was just make me more depressed, have more tormented thoughts, some more thoughts of wanting to take myself out of this world and not exist, and just things like that. The more you give into your fleshly desires, the more Satan have the right to your my bad. But the more he has the right to like be, he has the right to take territory over your mind. Because you've given him a foothold. And when you give into sin, you are basically, it's like, say this is a door. Like, you're basically, he's knocking, he's like, let me in. Smoke, drink, go sleep with somebody, whatever. And you're like, no. And then he's like, dang it. I can't sit up here and do what I want to do in their life. I can't torment them. I can tempt them, but it's up to us to give in to that temptation, right? But when you open the door, he's like, now he has the reign to sit up here and tempt you even more, bind you even more, so you have less resistance to his temptations because you gave in to the first temptations. So yeah, he just, when he does that, then he gives you torment. Like God says, he gives gifts and has no sorrow. Satan torments you. Like, you'll have, it's like it says, sin's pleasurable for a season, but you will have your suffering. You will have your torment, because that's what it is. Like, especially if you, dang it, I just forgot what I was gonna say. I forgot. But basically, just giving into whatever, doing whatever you want to do, fulfilling this flesh, it just gives Satan the right to sit up here and run all through your mind and make you addicted, make you bound, and you don't want to live that life. So stop running from Christ, get your life right with him, and I was thinking about the other day, like, bro, I want to experience more of life. I want to experience whatever God has for me, more love, more godly centered relationships, only godly centered relationships, family, my own family, and marriage, stuff like that. And I was like, man, I don't want none of, like, whatever Satan tried to tempt me with. And people that he has had around me my whole life, throughout my life. And I was like, he had people around me that made me believe that I wasn't enough, made me believe that I was asking for too much, and made me believe that I was like a burden, and that I wasn't worthy of what I was asking for, which was the bare minimum, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this crap. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I want whatever God has for my life more abundantly, like he says. And I don't want to deal with like anything below that, right? And so that's what he does for you. He gives you himself, which is love, and then you begin to love yourself, and you see yourself as you start seeing yourself how he sees you, and you just start loving yourself more and seeing like, wow, this is how much God cares about me. You mess up so many times and he's still there, and you might do something that you know you shouldn't have did and he's still there, and you're like, man, all these people throughout my life, they could never compare, right? And then you're just like, you know what, you just be like, you're done. And then you sit up here, you stand on business, you like, this is what I want out of life. And you demand that, you call things in heaven, call what's on earth to be as it is in heaven. So in heaven, you're perfect, right? You were seated with Christ in heaven, right? So before I get all over the place, at the end of the day, just do it the right way, all right? Get your life right with him, and things will be better for you. Like, the more you die to yourself, the more you realize, like, I was the villain in my own story. You're like, I was the problem this whole time. And God wants you to die to yourself so he can then work through you and give you what he wants for you, which is better, always better. And you're like, oh, I was resisting this whole time, and what was I resisting for? What do you have that is better? Like, who's around you that's better than what God can give you? And you're just like, man, I waste so much time. It's like, I'm thinking God's trying to like, uh, just, I don't know, I guess you say hurt you, or like, um, just keep you from something, quote unquote. But it's not that at all. It's literally crushing you. So it's like, okay, Lord, what you want me to do? What you want from me? Who do you want in my life? Where do you want me to go? Okay. And you're like, wow, this is actually so much better than I could have imagined. This is so much better than what I was doing, what I had going on in my life, what I was settling for, right? And so that's what it's all about, bro. Like, just remember that whatever you think you have or whatever you think is better is not going to compare to whatever God wants to do for you, in you and through you, right? And just focus on that. And don't focus on whatever Satan trying to sit up here and tell you, because, like I be saying, he's a liar. All he can do is lie. He can't tell the truth. It's not to sit up here and say, he won't sit up here and have you a spiritual warfare moment. You might be going through it, but you will come out of it. And just remember, you can't do all things with Christ who strengthens you, and it's to help you be purified and shed whatever isn't benefiting you. Pruning a flower so it can bloom even more, versus it just being in a low state when it has the potential to be even greater than what it is right now. It might be painful, but the end result is, worth it. So yeah, just get your life right with God, man, and take your life seriously. Take your soul and salvation seriously, because this world is, yeah, you already know how it is. Look around, okay? There was a typhoon here in Alaska a couple days ago. Not where I am, but in another city. So, yeah, stuff happening, Bible being fulfilled, and you don't have time to be playing these games, alright? So, get right with him, and you won't regret it. So, yeah. Anyways, I think I'll leave this video here. Before I keep on rambling or something. So, yeah. I hope the video helps you, and thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. Take care.